Hi, I'm Dr. X Snow, and today I'm going to teach you about an excellent standard process product called Trace Minerals B12. I've been using Trace Minerals B12 in our practice for 15 years now. Almost every single patient is put on the Trace Mineral product, and the reason why is most people, especially in America and industrialized nations, are deficient in trace minerals because our food is deficient in trace minerals. And if you follow the food chain, basically what's happening is because of inorganic farming, inorganic fertilizers, the way that we actually raise our food or farm our food, grow our food, we are not getting the minerals in it. If the soil does not have the minerals and the nutrients in it, then it doesn't get into the plants. And then whatever eats the plants does not get the minerals in it. So if we're eating cows and chicken that are feeding on these really highly processed grains and foods, then they're not going to have the nutrients and even the fatty acid profile that we need to get the nutrition and be healthy from eating that food. And so trace minerals are epidemic as far as deficiency and insufficiency in America. Trace Minerals B12 is excellent support for general endocrine weakness. There is a mineral activator for each endocrine gland in the Trace Mineral product. So I find myself using this a lot for patients with hormone imbalance, testosterone issues, PMS, or many of the different hormone issues we treat as well. And it's also really good too for people that are having sugar handling problems because we get an overall stability with the pancreas and the endocrine system. And it does a great job at helping to build people up that have low resistance to infections. And so just seeing what we've been through the last year with the pandemic, a lot of people found themselves more vulnerable to the virus that was running rampant. And part of it is because of these mineral imbalances. Your body needs very specific micronutrients and macronutrients to have a strong immune and inflammatory response. And so when we don't have this, our inflammatory and immune response is weak, and that allows for infections to overtake our body, and then we get sick. So the Trace Mineral product has been very effective over time of building that immunity back up and in our patients' bodies. And it's also good as an anemia support because it has the minerals in there that the body's looking for to help build the blood, like vitamin B12. And it's a very energizing product too. You can feel your stamina come back on Trace Minerals B12. You can feel the energy. The very first time I took Trace Minerals B12, I felt a really strong shift of energy. So it does a good job at supporting that. It's a good support also when you're looking at trying to help somebody nutritionally with thyroid disease. There is a little bit of food-based iodine in there, and iodine is very important for the thyroid so that it can actually make thyroid hormone. And so that's a good consideration as well. And anybody who's ever had long-term low-grade fever, this product is excellent to help support the immune system and help people come out of that chronic state. But Trace Minerals B12 contains manganese, zinc, copper, iodine, and B12. And so we're getting a nice spectrum here of minerals and then the B12 as well. Now what's interesting is the mineral manganese. It's an excellent enzyme activator, and it's great to strengthen ligaments. So when I have a patient that comes in and say they have weak ankles, or maybe they're an athlete and they tend to get an unusual amount of sprains and strains, then I'm thinking, hey, we got to get the minerals in there. Trace Minerals B12 product is something I would consider because that manganese will actually strengthen the ligaments. And it's also very good for people that are dealing with bulging disc, herniated disc, low back problems. The manganese is something the body would use to actually make a stronger tissue. And so it is good for that, for herniated disc as a support. And then when we get back in the endocrine support, the minerals that support it, the iodine is for the thyroid. The manganese actually helps with pituitary function. Copper helps with adrenal function. And then zinc is good for immune system, pancreas, and then the gonadal component. And then it's very beneficial, like we said before, for people that just find themselves not able to resist infection. Maybe they get sick, 2 to 3 times a year. Getting the mineral levels up with a product like Trace Minerals B12 is an excellent way to start to reverse that as well. And then we talked about how it is good for anemias. Excellent. I hope you learned something about Trace Minerals B12 today. If you are interested in this product and you want to get your bottle of Trace Minerals B12, just check out the link below in the description box, and it will actually take you to the website so that you can order that. And if you have a health concern that you would like our help with, feel free to give our office a call, 337-478-1313. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe. I'm Dr. Eric Snow, helping you to transform your health naturally.